Cafe. Number 1. Is there a particular cafe that you visit regularly? Tell me about this cafe and why you like going there. I'm going to have fun answering this question because one of the things I do when I have some spare time is visiting famous cafes. I've recently been to this cafe called Pins in Cheonan, and I will say it has become my favorite place. It only opened a few months ago, and it is gigantic. It's built on a large piece of land at the top of the hill, so the view is magnificent. I can't wait to visit on an autumn day when the leaves start changing their colors. The cafe has 2 floors with seats for probably around 100 people. Their exterior and interior design of the building makes people want to take pictures. I took tons of pictures when I first went there because every single place in the cafe is literally a photo zone. What is more, their baked goods are phenomenal. They are not only unique but also delicious. Some of them are baked in eccentric shapes and their colors are very vivid and appealing. The downside, though, is the price, but I would say it is reasonable and worth paying for. On top of that, they have entrees like pasta and pizza. You can easily spend the whole day there without even realizing you were there for such a long time. They have beautiful glass windows that reach from the ground to the top of the ceiling, so the view of the landscape is exceptional. I would recommend anyone living around the area to visit the place, and I bet you that you will revisit if you visit once. Number 2. What is your favorite cafe menu item to order? Tell me about your favorite drink and why you like it. This is a tough question because I don't really have a favorite menu. Instead, I order a signature item from each cafe that I visit. However, if I had to choose one, I would say iced Americano is my favorite drink. Since most baked goods are sweet, I think a bitter drink like Americano goes well with them. Also, although Americano is a classic drink that is available at any cafe, it tastes different all the time. I can also judge the place by how their Americano tastes like. I feel like if their classic drinks aren't good, it's not worth trying their other drinks and bakery items. That is, if kimchi is bad at a Korean restaurant, there's no need to try other dishes. Other than my favorite drink, I also enjoy lemon tea. As I use my voice all the time for work, I maintain my vocal cords by drinking a lot of tea, especially lemon-flavored ones. They are refreshing and taste good. Teas are also a way for me to stay hydrated throughout the day, so they are an essential part of my daily routine. Other than drinks, my favorite bakery item would be cookies, especially sugar cookies. Unfortunately, I haven't seen many cafes with sugar cookies, but I still order whichever cookie that is available there. At this point, it really doesn't matter what my favorites are as long as they taste good. Number 3. What do you usually do at a cafe? Who do you go with? Please tell me in as much detail as you can. I usually go to a cafe to study or work. I have loads of work every day, and I often work even on the weekends to get them done. I can focus better out at a cafe than doing work at home. I tend to get lazy and procrastinate whenever I try to work at home, so I try to leave the house on the weekend to stay focused. At other times, I go simply because they are well known and I want to check them out, whether the reviews were legitimate or not. Also, if I want to read a book while sipping a cup of coffee and enjoying the fresh air, I go to a cafe with an outdoor area, a patio, and so on. Depending on the schedule, I go either by myself or with friends and family. I usually go with my best friend I meet on the weekends and do our work. I can't really recall what we do all the time, but the time seems to fly talking about anything that comes to our mind when we are together. One thing I do have to consider when I visit a cafe is that I need to make sure they have a plug and a table tall enough for me to work. Because certain cafes only have very small tables or only a few to make it look like a gallery or a piece of artwork. When I do go with my family, I make sure they have a table large enough for all of us and a shade if it is in summer. Also, since we have young ones in the family, we have to be sure that they have a play area or a yard for them to run and play around.